I'm Lawrence with New Bandage Technology, and we're here today in Fort Lauderdale, Florida at Mobility City with Vinny.
Nice to meet you, Larry.
Vinny, it's a pleasure to be here today.
Thank you.
I'm here today to show you a new product in wound care, support, mobility, and recovery. I think you're going to like it. And New Bandage is a thermoplastic elastomer that holds some bandages and other medical devices in place without the use of tapes, adhesives, or fasteners. And it's a long stretch bandage, unlike the short stretch woven bandages that are on the market today. So I'd like to give you a demo of this 2x10 vented low compression bandage.
Please.
And basically you take the bandage and you roll it up into a tight, like donut shape. And you just turn your fingers in and your thumbs out until the bandage comes to a position where you see an eyelid and an eyeball. It always looks away from the patient. So if you wouldn't mind putting your hand up, and I'll show you how we can apply this bandage with little to no trauma at all. Basically pull the bandage apart, put it onto the arm, and you can roll this bandage up, stay in contact with it, and over. Let's say you had a wound on your elbow. Over and past the elbow, and just simply let the bandage unroll and just micro adjust it to make sure the holes are the same size and shape. Now that'll hold the dressing on for a longer period of time and help that patient heal faster, allowing those medicines and those dressings to stay in place.
Very interesting.
Right?
It feels very comfortable.
Can you feel the cooling effect?
I can, yes.
One of the reasons why is it absorbs the climate control. Why does it do that? Because it's made out of a liquid, a purified mineral oil. That purified mineral oil, because it's a liquid, helps absorb the climate control, and it feels a few degrees cooler than the atmosphere. So it's taking the air conditioning in the room and being absorbed into the thermoplastic elastomer. It's designed to articulate and conform to the human body like no other product. It feels like a second skin.
It does.
It's very comfortable, and it's a long stretch bandage which allows blood flow. It has the same pressure all the way through because it's a long stretch bandage.
Right.
Even at 35 centimeters, it has the same pressure as it would have when it's at 4 centimeters.
Right, because I see a lot of people that are ace wrapped and they have all that ribbing and marking.
Those are called pressure points.
Right.
And those pressure points interrupt the blood flow.
I don't feel that here.
Right?
Right.
So it's new technology that saves time, it saves money, you have better patient outcomes, and it's more comfortable for the patient, right?
Yes, I can see that.
So let me show you the solid product, and we'll take this low compression vented off, and we simply just palms to fingertips, and it's easily removed.
And my arm is still dry and comfortable.
That's right. Right, so it's great. The vented is great for airflow and ventilation, right? The solid, there's more compression there, right? And this is our medium compression. And this is excellent for covering a wound while showering or bathing. We've even had clients, patients wear it in the swimming pool up to 3 hours, and when they took it off, their dressings were still dry. So what happens is we've got an inside and an outside. We've got an O-ring built into the product, and that O-ring can seal off water on each end of the extremity. And let me show you how we would do that. You simply roll the bandage up into a tight donut shape. Now it's critical that you put the bandage on properly. Bring the eyeball, and the eyelid is showing. It always looks away from the patient. And again, we can stretch it out and put it over. This one's quite a bit more compressive, But in the same way, we're going to fingertips to palms, hold the bandage, fingertips to palms. And if you see right there, you see the O-ring, right? Now it's going to unload, and basically it just needs a little guidance. And now you've got an O-ring cutting the water off here and cutting the water off here. We just do a slight adjustment and make sure the O-ring is tight on each end. Now you can go ahead and shower without worrying about getting the dressings wet, contamination, and we're finding that this works really nice for the patient.
I can see that, because right now, obviously, when customers come in, they're either bagging it with a plastic shopping bag, or they're using Tegaderm, which is just a one-time use and it has to be thrown away.
And again, this is reusable, hand washable, sanitizable. And one other thing this is great for is for compression use. You know, it stabilizes the joint, it stabilizes the muscle, and it stabilizes the tissue.
Yes.
Right? So you've got compression with motion transfer. So let's say you had an elbow injury, tennis elbow, and you needed some compression and you needed some support. What we can do is we can simply pull this bandage down just a little bit, and what happens is
I feel more compression.
now you feel the motion transfer.
Right.
So not only do you have the down pressure, but you have the motion transfer that's keeping the joint together, supporting the joints and the muscles surrounding the elbow.
Very interesting.
People love it for tennis elbow, golfer's elbow, great for knees, ACL recovery. Why? Because we have not only the down pressure to minimize the swelling, but we also have the motion transfer to support the joints and the muscles. And because this is a thermoplastic elastomer, kind of a rubbery, silky kind of a feel, it grips and holds without tapes or adhesives. So you've eliminated any skin tears or any traumatizing of the tissue, right?
Great.
And again, when we take it off, we just go from palms to fingertips, palms to fingertips. Again, we can look at the wound, we can address the wound, and we can cover it.
And my arm is dry.
And your arm is dry. And wouldn't you say it has a soft and silky feel to it? How would you describe that?
Very, very soft.
Very soft.
Very soft.
It was
Like you feel the compression.
right, and comfortable.
Right. Very
right?
comfortable. Yeah, it was very comfortable.
We also have it in a 2x5, 2 inches around by 5 inches long, and it's for smaller isolated wounds, elbows. And then we have the 2x5 solid, which is also used for compression and used for wound covering.
So this can be used on all extremities: ankle, knee, wrist, elbow, or wherever you want it, wherever a wound.
It's great for arms, elbows, knees, lower legs. We only have the one size right now. It's 2 inches by 10 and 2 inches by 5. So the only difference is the length.
Right.
But this bandage is a very long stretch bandage and can basically expand 4 times its original size. So when people are asking, well, will it fit me? It fits most people and most body parts.
Very interesting.
Take your 4x4. And now you don't have to change out that bandage for 10 days.
Right.
Instead of changing it out every 3 or 4 days because the dressing came unwound or the bandage didn't stay in place, right? So again, change outs are quick. Clean and address the wound. Put a new dressing in place. And right over. Just take it down, Put the wound right there. Back up. And take your fingers. Put it right through. Adjust the holes. And you don't have to mess with it till
Right,
next
even
time.
doing- That would be it.
It would be as simple as that.
Yep. You know, I see a lot of wound care nurses come in for my 30 years in being in the industry, and they're always trying to wrap a wound, whether it be you know, on their leg, which is primarily where it is, possibly diabetic, and they're ace bandaging it. You know, they'll start with maybe Duoderm, and then they'll top it with something else. So they'll use, you know, wound care cleanser, and then you know, they got everything right till they get to the final wrap, and then the final wrap is an ace bandage, which can't be wrapped continuously with the right pressure all the way through. And people come back, and then they complain that they're swelling, or their toes are tingling, and so on. You know, we use SurgiNet just to keep the bandage on, but once somebody moves, that typically drops down. So as I see a lot of post-knee replacement, and they come in wrapped, and it's not a good wrapping, and they're trying to keep the incision, the wound site clean.
Yeah.
This I really like the product.
Yeah.
So let me ask you one question. So we put this on, and doctors like to ice. Can we ice over this?
You absolutely can. You can actually use this to hold ice packs in place. Because of the long stretchability, it's easy to slip an ice pack underneath the dressing.
Okay. Or sometimes the ice coolers, the flowing ice
Yep.
coolers, right over it, and with
Yep.
this, the coldness will get in there.
Yep, it's
So this
not-
is gonna keep the swelling down,
Yep.
along with the ice, which is
Yes.
a double win there.
It's a double win. You're reducing the inflammation,
Right.
and you're cooling down the extremity at the same time.
I see all the benefits.
A lot of benefits.
Well, a lot of benefits.
A lot
on
of-
just two products.
Some of the
You know,
benefits.
if I look at this product and this product, you know, obviously forgetting the size, there's a lot of application for these two products.
Yeah. From wound care to support mobility and recovery.
Yes.
So is there one particular niche? No. It can be used in a wide variety of.
And so it's a low
ranges.
inventory for people,
Yeah.
for whether it's the hospital, physician's office, or even myself as a dealer. I have to carry 6 different braces, you know, and I think I could just do it in one.
I think so.
Show people how light the product is and how comfortable it would be. And of course, you know, you get people with very heavy thighs, very small calves, and I look forward to seeing it work on them.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Again, Vinny, nice to meet you.
Yeah, thank you.
I look forward to working with you.
My pleasure.